Good morning. It is day 2 of being off school for the COVID-19 virus. And again, my goal is to just make a video each day to show you how to do some of the worksheets that I sent home with you to review the skills that we've been learning and practicing since January. Okay, again, my cat's a little crazy. She might make an appearance. She might make some noise in the background. Hopefully that's just a little entertainment. Yesterday I made a video to show you the first worksheet, which was one-step equations. Okay, and I made 2 videos. One was for numbers 1 through 5, and then the second one was for 6 through 10. Just to review that before we get into multiplication and division today, I'm going to go over 11 through 14 as well. And I have those written on. Okay. So I will first review a couple one-step addition and subtraction equations, and then we will do some one-step multiplication and division equations. All right, here are all the ones from yesterday. These were all one-step equations that involved addition or subtraction. We reviewed that the inverse or the opposite of addition is subtraction, and the inverse or opposite of subtraction is addition. And we needed to use that information to solve these. Okay. Number 11 is v plus 7 equals 5. My goal is to get this variable by itself. Right now it's with a plus 7. So I'm going to do the inverse or the opposite, and I'm going to subtract 7. If I subtract 7 from one side of the equal sign, I have to also do it to the other side. And that leaves me with v equals 5 minus 7, which is negative 2. All right, number 12. X minus 7 equals negative 1. We've kind of gotten in a habit of drawing a line through the equal sign, so that might be something to keep up a habit with. I want to get x by itself. Right now, it is with a minus 7. I'm going to do the opposite of that and add 7 to both sides. Those 7s cancel out, and I'm left with x equals negative 1 plus 7. I start with negative 1 and I add 7, positive 6. Right. Number 13, a plus 8 equals 17. Right now, a is with a positive 8, so I want to subtract that to get rid of it. I'm left with a equals 17 minus 8, and 17 minus 8 is 9. And number 14, x minus 8 equals negative 12. My variable x is with minus 8. The opposite of minus 8 is plus 8. X equals negative 12 plus 8, which is negative 4. Okay. So again, those were single-step addition and subtraction equations. And I just did the first page of those that was in the packet I sent home with you. Okay, but you have many more pages of those that you can practice. Okay, there's a number 15 through 30, which are still pretty easy, like the ones we just did. And then they start to get a little bit harder, just using bigger numbers. Okay. These are all the same skills that I just showed at the beginning of this video and also in the videos yesterday. Okay, so even though these numbers are bigger, it's the same thing. Okay, again, if you try any of them, just send me a picture of it and I can check them for you and give you some feedback. All right, so moving on to today's skill. Okay, so today we're looking at multiplication and division, one-step equation. Okay, one step, there's still just one thing you have to do, but this time we're working with multiplication and division. Okay, and we need to remember the inverse operations. Okay, remember the opposite or the inverse of multiplication is division, and the inverse or opposite of division is multiplication. What you doing, baby? She's silly. Okay. So in the papers that I sent you home with on Friday, the first page of these looks like this. Starts with 5x equals 5. Again, there are 14 equations on here. Okay, I'm going to do the first 5. Then I want you to pause the video and try 6 through 10. Okay, so I'll do the first 5. All right, number 1 on that paper says 5x equals 5. There's not a multiplication or division sign there. But we know anytime the number is right next to the variable with no sign, that means multiplication is happening between. Okay, and I know that the opposite of multiplication is both of these I need to divide. So I'm going to divide by 5 because 5 is the number that's with the exponent. If I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other. This leaves me with just x on that side. And on this side, 5 divided by 5 is 1. X equals 1. Okay. Number 2. We also still have just a number right next to a variable. So just like this one, that means that multiplication is happening between them. And in order for me to undo that, I need to do the opposite and divide. Okay, this is a negative 5. So I'm going to divide by negative 5 on both sides. When I do that, I'm left with n equals 15 divided by negative 5 is negative 3. Okay, I know that 15 divided by 5 is 3. And since one of these numbers is a negative, the answer is negative. Okay. Now we have a division 1. This is k over 4. This line tells me that right now the k is connected to the 4 with division. My goal is to undo that. So I get this k by itself. I undo that with the inverse operation. The inverse of division is multiplication. So since 4 is with the k, I'm going to multiply by 4 on both sides. When I multiply by 4 on both sides, that leaves that k by itself. K equals 2 times 4. And 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, so when we start with the division, we use multiplication to undo that. Okay, number 4 is another one like that. This is x over 5, or x divided by 5 equals negative 5. The opposite of division is multiplication. 5 is the number that's with the x, so I'm going to multiply by 5 on both sides. That leaves x by itself, and x equals negative 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25, and one of these numbers is negative, so my answer is negative 25. X equals negative 25. All right, this is a division one again. M divided by 5 equals 5. The opposite of division is multiplication. 5 is the number that's with my variable. So I am multiplying by 5 on both sides. That leaves m by itself. And 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, so we did 2 that started with multiplication, and we used division to find the answer. Then we did 3 examples that started with division, and we used multiplication to find the answer. I want you to try numbers 6 through 10. Okay, you can hit pause if you need to write these down if you don't have your paper with you. But try 6 through 10 and hit pause until you're finished with those. And come back and I'll go over the answers so you can check yourself. All right, I hope you hit pause and took a minute to find the answers to numbers 6 through 10 on your own. Okay, now I'm gonna go over those. All right, number 6. Negative 2b equals 0. We have a number right next to a variable. So this means negative 2 times b equals 0. And we know that the opposite of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by the number that's with the variable, and that's negative 2. So divided by negative 2 and divided by negative 2. Those leave the b by itself. And 0 divided by negative 2 is just 0. All right, number 7. Negative 3x equals 12. Again, the number is next to the variable, so that would be -3 times x equals 12. Since those are being multiplied now, I'm going to do the opposite operation, which is division, to undo it. So I'm going to divide by -3 on both sides. And that leaves me with x equals 12 divided by 3. And that's -4. 12 divided by 3 is 4. One of these numbers is a negative. My answer is negative. All right, number 8. P over 3 equals -4. This is P divided by 3 equals -4. I know that the opposite of division is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply by 3 on both sides. This leaves P by itself, and -4 times 3 is -12. All right, -2n equals -6. Again, the number is next to the variable, which means multiply. Since these are being multiplied, I'm going to use the opposite, or the inverse operation. I'm going to use division to undo that. I'm going to divide by -2 on both sides. That leaves the variable n by itself. Now I have a negative divided by a negative. A negative divided by a negative means my answer is going to be positive. So -6 divided by 2 is +3. And number 10, we have r over 5 equals 4, or r divided by 5 equals 4. The opposite of division is multiplication, so I'm going to multiply by 5 on both sides. That leaves r by itself, and r equals 4 times 5, which is 20. Okay. So I did numbers 1 through 10. There's still 4 more that you can work on this paper, okay? And just like with the ones I went over yesterday and earlier, okay, you have many more pages that I sent home with you to practice these. Okay, so there's another page of ones that are relatively easy. And then they just start to get a little bit harder. Maybe some bigger numbers. It's the exact same skill. Okay. And the numbers get a little bit bigger. Okay, again, if you need a calculator, most cell phones have a calculator. And if you're using a computer, you can do a calculator search on Google to get a calculator to work with. Okay, so keep using your brains. I hope that you're having fun, and I hope that you're also doing some learning. All right, stay safe, wash your hands, try not to stay around too many extra people. All right, have a good day.